Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Moose Minute here on a hump day, Wednesday. That's right. Snow coming down. Freezing rain last night. Snow again today and tomorrow, with drastic temp changes coming up as well. So welcome to the Silverado Studios. As you know, people they have their own studios. Usually they have nice comfy ones in their houses. Mine's pretty comfy. Heated seats, sitting outside, getting ready to go into work here. But welcome to the Moose Opinion Project, the weight of everything. Sooner or later, the weight catches up. The weight caught up to me July 23rd, 2017, when I had my stroke, lost my left side. Saw a post the other day that don't believe the hype, don't believe everything else. Stress does not cause strokes. Your unhealthy habits do. So let me clarify on that. Okay? Stress does, in my opinion, cause strokes. I'll go along with your unhealthy habits as well. One of those unhealthy habits that you develop as a person is trying to do everything you can to appease someone, whether it's a boss, a friend, whatever it may be. And then you start to work nonstop. The week I had my stroke, it was a long week at work. We were getting ready for rendezvous. We were getting ready for our big bike rally. And needless to say, I had put a lot of hours in, and there was a lot of stress to make sure the event went off without a hitch. So get through that whole thing. Sunday, the day that we could finally put our feet up, and I did, that morning, came downstairs, I put a ham in the oven for having parents over, and it hit. So you can tell me that it's from bad habits. But one of those bad habits is not knowing or saying you've hit your limits, or pushing yourself trying to appease someone to the point of total exhaustion, and then being managed to the point of total exhaustion. There's a big difference between managing people and making sure you're trying to get the best out of them. See, I don't believe people come to work for you just to slack off or not do their best every day. Is there improvements to their procedures that could make them better or something like that? Absolutely. Every salesperson can improve. Every salesperson can do better. And there's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about that you can tweak your things. If you've been in sales for 10 plus years, I'll even go 5 plus years, all of a sudden you develop, and salespeople have a tendency to gain ego and entitlement, to feel that they are entitled to more things. And some are very good. There's a lot of hell of a great salespeople in the power sports world that I've been a part of. Been very blessed to call them employees. Been very blessed to be around them. As people, they are great. Bosses, on the other hand, or owners, tie somewhat of the manager. I gave, it might have been silly, but I gave at least to my top sales guys, I made a traveling, kind of like a traveling trophy to say thank you there. And then I personally bought scratch-off lottery tickets, gave them coupons or gift cards or whatever it may be. It was minimal, Subway, whatever, maybe just enough to cover a lunch or something, because I felt it was needed. Because I felt that, yes, in order for salespeople, a lot of times, they are just told, you need to sell more. If you want to make more money, sell more. Okay, well, that's fine and dandy until you hit an economic time that sucks. and it is a tough time to sell anything. Then what do? If you haven't been trying to make people or your salespeople feel welcome and that you have their back, they tend to start looking in other directions. If they are top in their group of mechanics, top in their group of whatever it may be, those people need to be stroked a little differently than just to sell more, to do more, whatever it may be. Because when you lose those employees, you go, oh yeah, we can replace. There's some people in this world of sales or mechanics that are irreplaceable. Their knowledge, their elements, and unfortunately, some of it still needs to be controlled because their ego affects others. So you still need to keep a realm on it. But there are ways to incentivize them without money. Like, when do they ask for their days off? Do you give them a bunch of crap about, oh boy, we're so big, we can't really do that. No, we can't let you experience that quite often. And that is when people start to separate from the business. And the word stolen, oh, they got stolen from us. Don't use the word they got stolen. You had plenty of opportunities to keep people. You just chose not to. You chose to be yourself. So nobody steals people from you. Especially if businesses are from long ways away. Nobody steals people. They obviously weren't content, and nobody was asking the questions. Nobody was talking to them. Nobody was bringing them into meetings. See, if you're having meetings and you don't want to talk about the negative, you don't want to talk about this, you don't want to talk about that, we're only going to talk about what I know is okay and decent. We're not going to talk about the negative problems or that black cloud that goes over a business. See, there's a lot of times people can tell there's not things good at a business. You can feel it in the air, you can feel it, and if you go, well, we know. If you're an owner or in upper management, you probably don't notice the black cloud, and you're probably just saying, well, the community's doing this or that, and it's not because of us. It's not because of our attitude. They just want too much. They want to be doing. You really need to settle back and take a deep look at what you've got going on. See, the weight of everything else that is going on currently in this world, it doesn't take much to have somebody switch and get into the depressive state, into, screw this, saying welcome to Walmart's got to be easier than selling, or cold weather all the time. You know, we're not used to the starts like this for the winter, of where we're cleaning up units, ATVs, cars, trucks, you know, big, whatever it may be that you're trying to sell. And then also in the restaurant world or bar world, you're not used to dealing with the high costs. You know, I've heard now that like fountain soda syrup has gone up, so people are going to charge more for that, or things are starting to get out of hand because of all of this stuff. See, people are starting to deal with that too. They were already counting their pennies. They were already counting all of that. And now with the weight of everything else going on, life is becoming harder, less smiles. And the people that are walking into your business are just looking for someone to take and release a little bit of that weight of, as far as just a smile and saying hello, thank you for coming in, appreciate you. Marissa at Quick Trip, for example, here in Boscobel. Yesterday, I happened to be 16 cents short in my pocket. And instead saying, well, you'll have to find, hey, Chris, no problem. You're covered. And today, if I go in there, I'll make sure she gets that 16 cents back, or at least a hello or thank you or truly appreciated. Because yesterday I was struggling a bit. I'm just struggling with the weight of everything. Because my mind doesn't let me, it's harder to process a few things. I still know all of the sales tactics. I still know who's important. I still can do all of that. And I see a lot of businesses that could improve a lot on how they do things. And it's just part of who I am wired-wise. You know, I was in the business for 20 years before I got out here, and I'm still somewhat in the business here with Jacob, but I'm not dealing with customers on a daily basis. And the thing is you're not dealing with people all the time that are, you know, I guess the big thing about it always is that in the power sports world, if their lips are moving, they're lying. A lot of times people are. They're trying to exaggerate what they're getting for a deal from the next guy because they're trying to get the best deal possible. What baffles me to a certain extent is I belong to a lot of media outlet groups on Facebook because of pushing our products. I go through it every day. And people are like, well, I have this issue, but I'm 3 hours from my dealer because he had the best price and I don't want to travel that far. See, that's the part. If you're buying from people and you're traveling 4 or 5 hours to do it, be ready for the weight of, hey, recalls. Every manufacturer has had recalls for the last 5 years, through the roof recalls. Like 3, 4, and all of a sudden another bulletin comes out, and then another bulletin comes out, and people are like, well, you know, my dealer's 3 hours away. Whose fault is that? You can't put that on the guy that sold it to you and say, well, jeepers cripes, what a pile of junk. Take a look around. All of them have it. But take time to realize why you went. If you only went there for price because they were cheaper, there was a reason they were cheaper. And they're probably not going to battle for you like if you're 1 or 2 days out of warranty and then you go, well, jeepers. See, dealers, I was always wired differently. If Polaris turned you down, or CF Moto turned you down, or Honda, Kawasaki, Can-Am, I dealt with them all. If they turned you down for a warranty, that's not where it stopped for me if I felt that it was something that they should take care of. And usually if a dealer will go to bat for you and battle it out, they can get it taken care of in some form. Whether you pay 50% of the labor or whatever it may be, they'll cover the parts. The dealers are going to look at you as, what kind of person are you? Do you come in and beat the shit out of us every time mentally and just drain us? Are you just a person that demands things without showing approval for anything? And I'm probably the easiest person to sell something to, because for 20 years I was on that end of, oh, you've got more, you can do this. If we do this, you do that. And after 20 years, you just say, nah, I'm done. And I really miss that environment. The hard people were my fun ones to take care of. I liked that because then I won. I felt in my mind, if I sold them something, I won, and I wouldn't give them all their demands. It wasn't like, oh, here, I'll just sign off on it. No. If you're going to buy from us, I wanted you to come back to us, and I wanted you to use us for everything in the books. So, remember that people walking through your door right now may have lost a shit ton of their 401k. They may have done this. Take care of them. Greet them with a smile. I don't care what kind of day you're having, what's going on. Introduce yourself and show them why they should buy from you And that's whether you're selling coffee to pancakes, whatever it may be. As a hostess or a waitress or as waiter, it's up to you on how well and if they come back. And also if they tip you or not. Make sure their water glass stays full or their coffee stays full. If they say, no, I'm good now, you've reached that point. No more coffee for me, thank you. You know you've touched their table enough. Hey, is everything good? As a salesperson in this world of cars, trucks, ATVs, UTVs, snowmobiles, you need to do the same. When's the last time you touched base with somebody that just bought from you? How is everything? Everything going well? It's important. It's vital because they do not put reviews often. Take a look at your reviews on your page of a business you work for or that you're part of. Check and see when the date of the last review was. I've been looking for a few accessories here and there, and I've seen places that have had 2 reviews in 2 years, and they aren't good. You need the good ones. The good ones are the hard ones to get. The bad ones are easy. So, if you want to loosen that weight, first, know your limits. Take time. You feel appreciated. If you're not feeling appreciated or valued, you're starting off on the wrong foot already. But make damn sure, no matter what's going on, your customers do. That's where I'm at today. Have a great day. I hope everyone gets through the snow and the cold, and colder weather is coming. I have to go home and plow after work today. I didn't have time this morning. So we'll go from there. Have a great day, and as always, take time to bless somebody today, and we'll talk tomorrow morning.